The gentleman from Iowa, Mr. King, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks, Director, for your testimony and your service. Just following up on the question, it wasn't clear to me, was the initial information on the gentleman referred to, Ibrahim Tatashev, was that original information from the Russians?
You're saying...
I think I heard you say there was a variety of sources that brought you to him.
You're talking about the individual from Florida?
Yes, who was murdered.
That came
or killed, excuse me. I don't want to apply that that's murdered as an FBI activity.
It came from several leads that we were following here domestically.
And was there an initial lead that perhaps came from the Russians?
I don't recall there. There may have been, but I can't recall that there was, that he had been identified by the Russians.
Are you aware of a letter from the FSB dated March 4th, 2011?
Yes.
And was that letter initiated by the Russians, by the TSB?
Yes.
And that letter sat in the file for a while, and your response to that was how soon after that?
It did not sit in the file for a while. It was acted on very quickly afterwards.
Do you have domestic information on Tamerlan prior to that date?
Did we have information on him prior to that date?
Yes.
I don't believe so.
Pardon me?
Wait. No, let me just say his name had come up.
Okay.
In two other cases, those two other cases, the individuals had their cases closed. Okay. So he was one or two person away.
So it's reasonable that the letter of March 4, 2011 refocused the FBI on Tamerlan?
Absolutely.
And then you're aware of a letter also from the FSB dated April 22nd of 2013?
Yes.
And those two letters, are they classified?
I am not certain what their classification level is.
I would ask you to take a look at both of those letters and consider, if they are classified, to release them. The subject matter of that and the information within it, I think that Mr. Cohen and I would agree is something to be useful for the American people to be aware of. And for me, I was struck by the amount of domestic information that the Russians had on activity inside the United States on Tamerlan Tsarnaev. And that seemed to be the first information that flowed forth.